Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today it's a weekend, and Jan and I came over here this evening. It's actually pretty early.
It's really early.
20 to 4, but anyway, we got the bulls and the steers over there. There's 84 head, and as we rotated away from our water source on this big strip that we're on the new farm that Jan and I just bought, the 141 acres. And it doesn't have a lot of infrastructure in it right now. And we did that intentionally. We've got one high tensile wire that goes the full length of the farm, kind of splits the farm into a third, and then the other 2/3 hasn't been split yet, which we're probably gonna look at that and figure it out. But anyway, on this next strip over here, this is the part we've already grazed. Jan, you wanna show how much we've left? Oh wow, look at that. Earthworm castings right there on top of the ground. No matter where you go, earthworm castings. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So even though we're in a drought, we're still growing a lot of grass because we left a lot of residual. So what we did, as the cattle grazed these strips all the way back to that far woods line over here, we started a lane on the opposite side and followed them all the way to that timber. And there's another lane on the other side that they use for water that they're going back. So we're back fencing them. Each move, we put in a back fence and we just extend the water lane, the width of the paddock, north. Well, we're done. We're on the last paddock today.
Of that strip.
So today, the bulls just walked down to the water tank over there. There's the bulls and the steers. And Jan are letting them drink over there. Then we're gonna walk them all the way back up the hill, across the top. And I've already got a gate in up there, a poly wire. All we gotta do is take it open. And then we're gonna come charging down through here. And I'm getting ready to pull the wire back over here. This is hot. This is hot. So once we pull the wire back, I'm gonna set that reel right here. And so when those cattle come charging down this hill, they're gonna see that green, beautiful field. And this field goes all the way up to the blacktop. So this will be the first time we've ever grazed it.
And the blacktop's up there.
Yeah, the blacktop's up there by that house. But you can see that's pretty good looking grass for not having any rain. And part of that is it hasn't been grazed. So this farm hasn't had livestock on it for 2 years, going on 2 years. I guess it'd be 2 years this fall, but it has had hay taken off of it twice. The first hay cutting was done in January. The developer bought it and he wanted it to look pretty, and it had tall winter stockpile on it. So he hired a guy to come in here in January and roll it up. Get out of here, bud. To roll it up in big round bales just to make it look like a golf course. Well, in the second year, it was baled in August. So there was 2 cuttings of hay taken off all this land. And we're just glad we got it stopped when we did. Because this soil out here is fairly thin, and if you continue to hay it, it will turn to broom sedge, and you don't have anything. But we're gonna go ahead, Jan, you just keep it rolling. I'm gonna go out in here and grab the reel. If you want, you can follow me to the brush. You don't need to go down in the creek.
Okay.
There's a creek that goes up through here about 100 yards, and it actually has a riffle. It has a little riffle running in it. That's gonna be our water source for 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 moves, which would be 4 days. Well, then we're going to the next long, big rectangle. We've got a pond on that one, but there is no pond on this strip. We're looking to get some piped water out here, pressurized, and that's another video for another time. We've been brainstorming. We think we may have come up with an idea, and we're gonna do some calculating and see if it's feasible. So I'm gonna go here and grab the wire. You'll see what we do here. can see, I'm gonna go down there and cross the creek. I'm gonna leave all the posts in. We're not taking any of the posts up. I'm just gonna grab the reel. The reel's over here on a piece of high tensile wire that Jan and I, oh gosh, right when we bought it, we ran a single wire fence in there, and Jan and I went in there,
Put the post
put the post in, and the boys ran the wire, and we drove them the next day. So I'm gonna grab the reel, and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna run it back to that corner, and then we're gonna go get that mob of bulls and steers and let them have some super, super high quality grazing. So check this out.
So there's the riffle. Supposedly we're going to be getting some rain in a couple of days.
There's actually some frogs and minnows in the water down here.
I'll trust you.
No, I don't. I got it, yeah. When I was down there, honey, I was looking for some mushrooms, morels. I was hoping to find a mess of morels for dinner tonight, but I didn't see any. So
Oh, yeah.
it may be too early. All right, so I've got the reel. This is a geared mega reel. It's got the PowerFlex mixed metal. It's got 6 steel filaments and 3 copper. Folks, there is no better poly braid in the world. I've tried them all. I don't need to name all the rest of them. None of them measure up to this one. I've been using this braid now for over 20 years. This reel is right at 20 years old. This is an older one. It's an O'Brien. I don't mind O'Brien's. That's a whole different video for a lot of different things. But there's Terragate, Speedrite, Gallagher. PowerFlex carried, I think, all of those. But every time I turn this handle, this thing spins 3 times. See how fast it is? So I'm gonna go up there, we're gonna leave the post in because we're gonna put this right back in. So this is what we're gonna do. That's it. So that mob comes running, they're gonna be running because it's coming downhill. Anytime you move a bunch of young animals downhill, they're gonna be charging. We may get a video of it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends if I can stay ahead of them on the 4-wheeler or not.
And if I can film it.
You're gonna be behind them.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be on the 4-wheeler in front of them, calling to them.
Okay.
So that's our battle plan. And it'll work. Our animals are broke real well. Folks, I can't go over that enough. Docile animals. We had a farm tour here. See, it was on Thursday. A fellow, he's got a farm not too far from here. His family homesteaded. And in the 1850, I think he said it was. Anyway, the first thing they saw, we walked him into the mob of cattle, was the docility of our animals. We walked them right out in the middle of them. The cattle never paid any attention. They're just tearing up the grass, and nothing ran away from us. Matter of fact, they were coming up grazing right next to our feet. So when you go into a herd and you're looking to buy some seed stock to start your own herd with, you know, if the farmer won't let you walk out in his herd to look at them, And if you do walk into the herd and they all take off running into the trees over there, that's a pretty good red flag that you're going to have some animals that are hard to take care of. And it's going to take you some time to tame them down. And some animals will not tame down. Some of them are just crazy. They just run through your fences. And you all have heard it only takes one bad apple to ruin a bushel. It's the same way with cattle. If you've got one stupid one, puts his head up and runs through everything, he's going to make the rest of them kind of that away. So, yeah, I can't overemphasize how fun and it's just a great life, but it's not great when you got stupid cattle. It's not. Jan, you and I have been through that.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
We custom grazed other people's cattle for 7 years, and we ran some stuff that we grazed cattle that would try and kill you.
Yeah,
okay?
That's why I had a pack of healers, and when I had to go move the cattle, I always took a pack of healers with me in my car. One they knew to stay and, come with, or this way, they knew a few commands, and they knew get them.
Get them.
And then they'd look at you like,
can I?
Really?
Really? Yeah.
But I took them for protection.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were with some big cows. Some of them were ornery. And when you had 3 or 4 healers with you, they were not going to come after you.
Right. They did respect the dogs.
Yes, the dogs would bite them. They'd
Yeah.
bite them right here. It's great. It's kind of fun watching a healer on ornery cattle. If they charge them, the healers are just so much faster. Every time a cow puts his foot down, it bites that foot, and then they'll kick at the dog, and then they'll bite that foot. I mean, a good healer that you can control, you can call back. They're worth their weight in gold. But if you can't call them back, you've got a wreck. They're just going to
Right. I mean, but
run them off your farm.
But, when we had those cows, sometimes we just had to take those dogs with us.
Yeah.
Especially when we had the rodeo horses.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different deal there.
Okay.
That's a video for another time. Folks, we're going to go ahead and get the bulls and the steers. We're going to bring them around to the new paddock. On the way out, folks, hit that subscribe button if you would. And if you're on the fence about the grazing school, check it out, greenpasturesfarm.net. We've got the advanced the first week of May, and the beginners school is following that on the second week of May. But
Weekend.
greenpasturesfarm.net. Check it out. We'll see y'all. Take care.